Hey, what is going on, people of the internet? In this video, I'm going to be doing a review on this guy. This is the Emma Bin, I think is what it's called, and it's car camcorder. Basically, you can have this used as a dash cam, you can also use it as a rear view mirror, and it also can be used as a backup camera. It's like an all-in-one little mirror setup that you can use. It was like $80 on Amazon, and of course, like all my videos, I'll link it down below if you want to look at it, or if you do want to get it, just check the link down below. I'll have it. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see how good or how bad this is. Okay, so here is the box, and we're gonna pop this open. Just a nice little sleeve here. Yeah, fancy foam. All right, and there it is. That is your product. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. You can see the outline of where the integrated screen is. So let's get this out. It's pretty sleek. You can see there is a row of buttons on the bottom that correspond with what's on here. So it looks like we've got, there we go, power, M, some kind of script thing, up, okay, down. I don't know. We'll go through that when we get there. And of course, on the back, they've got these. You're supposed to have little bands on here, which are probably in the box. You just pop it around your existing rear view mirror. And here is the wide angle. It's also movable, so if you want your camera pointed in a certain direction, you can actually move this around. So here is the 12 megapixel. This one is 1080, so the one that is your dash cam pointing out is 1080, and the rear view one is going to be 720. So that's what that looks like. And we also got, there we go. There's the other camera that's in there. You've got some mounting hardware. Looks like some long wiring. Of course, the hookup in there. You've got your power supply, which goes into your accessory or cigarette lighter. And here is the elastic bands. And of course, we've also got USB, some kind of plug-in for one of the things. Tool for removing plastic trim, I guess. That's what they give you. That's pretty nice, even though I already have one. And the only thing left in here is a little instruction manual thing. Okay, since I have it here out of the box, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys all the little options down on the bottom, and here on the back I took the little cover off. It was blue and it was freaking me out there for a second, but sorry, I have the light on here, so I'll have to move it around a little bit. But you see the buttons on here on the bottom. You have power, mode. You have this one right here, which is basically your settings or options, and up, okay, and down. The reason why the screen's going on and off is because I have it in gesture mode, so it can tell if something's going across the screen. Right now it's just the light. There's the little sensor right here. So here it is. Here's the mirror. You wave your hand in front of the sensor and it will turn on. To settings here, you can go through everything. You can hit resolution, pick what you want, dual record if you want the dash cam to pick up things and the reverse camera. You can have that on or off. I'll set that to on. And then loop recording, you can pick it how long you want it to loop before it deletes the stuff. HDR, on and off. Exposure, you can pick what your exposure is. Motion detection, if you want some kind of motion to start the recording. If you want it to record audio, you can do the date and the G sensor, how sensitive you want that to be. And let's go hit the menu again. This time we'll go over to this other one over here. You can do date time, I don't know what that means, auto off, parking monitor, delays, beep sounds, the gesture function if you want to turn it off. I heard some people do have problems with that while they're driving. It'll just pop up. You can easily just turn the gesture thing off. I guess there's some other stuff on here that I haven't played around with yet, like TV mode frequency, change the backlight, if you want the image to be rotated depending on how you mount the reverse camera. Format the SD card that goes in there, and that's pretty much it. And you can see all the little options you have little icons on the side. And up on top you also have the little different things on here. You can hook up GPS. The TF is your micro SD. This is your power, and you also have USB up here. It's got little pads in the back so it's not going to scratch your existing mirror. And here's a little camera without the little doohickey on there. It's actually a really good camera. 1080 quality. I know it's kind of hard to tell because I'm recording something that's recording something, but I mean, it's a good camera. Okay, so for M, the mode, you do have 3 different ones, and for that it's actually video, photo, and playback. So I'm guessing this one is video, the next one is if you want to take a photo, and the last one I have nothing because I don't have an SD card in there, and that one's for playback if you want to play back certain things that you've recorded. Alright guys, I turned the motion off so you'd stop getting the on-off while I record. So basically what I have going on right now is up top, let's actually go all the way back, the USB and the AV. The AV I have, this is a little weird. I thought the AV was power, but the USB is actually power. AV is actually your backup camera, and USB is your power. It can also be used to plug into your computer. So USB, they give you the cable right here that's just USB micro to the normal one. So I actually have this plugged into, I can't show you right now, but it's just a cell phone wall charger, and I have it plugged into that. Okay, there's cords everywhere, but I wanted to show you guys anyway. So I wanted to have this plugged in because the battery was dead. I just got it. This is what I have. I have just a normal Samsung charger, and I popped the USB in there. This is a 2 amp charger, and if you look on the car charger, it is also a 2 amp 5 volt. So totally fine for me to plug it in like this and charge it while I'm doing this. Anywho, this is what the screen looks like now. And, oh, picture in picture, man. Look at that. So this is your backup camera, which I have right here. Say hello to every, oh, that's kind of confusing. Okay, so you have this as a backup camera. And here, I'll just set it down on the floor. If you press up, you can change to make it go away, or make it to go purely to the backup camera. Now this backup camera is 720p, so it's going to be a little bit less. And I'm still trying to figure out, let's get rid of that. I'm still trying to figure out, because this one, it goes, and it splits into 2 different wires. One of them goes up here, and the other one is just 2 wires. I'm thinking this either has something to do with possibly the lights that might come on in the back, or to basically tell this that your car is in reverse and you need that backup camera. So I'm going to look a little bit more into what these do and how to get these to work. So for the backup camera, these wires can be hooked up. They're not necessary, but they can be hooked up to your backup lights. So those really, really bright white lights that turn on when you put your car in reverse, you can hook these up, power and ground, so that this becomes the main screen when you're backing up. Now I say this isn't necessary because obviously I don't have this plugged in, and as I'm going through here, I showed you guys that you can just straight up switch to the camera itself. So it's not needed. It's so weird. So it's not needed to do anything with these wires right here. So if you don't want to go through the hassle of rewiring or soldering, you don't have to. You can just hook this up and leave those wires the way they are. Now the backup camera comes with two different options. You can hook it up to this guy right here, which is adjustable. This goes on to the back of it. And I have seen some people, usually with larger vehicles, like my Forester, I might do this. If you don't want to do any sort of drilling, you can put this in the top part of, say, your hatch or the back of your car, so the camera is on the inside of your vehicle facing outside. Obviously, this isn't going to work very well during the winter time when it fogs up, but if you want to basically hardwire it in, this is what you're going to use. This is the mounting bracket that you're going to put up and actually screw it into the back right near where your license plate is, where most backup cameras are. So once the SD card is put in, now I can understand what the different mode options are for. So if you're on the regular one here, I have the backup camera on, you can see that, and this is the dash cam right up front. So if you have this, which is your normal base screen that's on here, you can hit OK, and you can see up top you can do a manual record. So right now, 5 seconds, this is just recording video, and if you went into options, this will also be recording audio. Hit OK again, it'll stop the recording and go back to what it currently was at. If we hit mode again, it'll bring you to this screen. This is for taking pictures. So if you want to take a picture of something on the road, if there was an accident or something, you just hit OK, and it takes a picture. If you hit mode again, you'll be put into this, which is your gallery basically. You can go through here, and you can look through everything that you have, such as the recording I did. And that's the recording that I did. And if you want to, in each one of these modes, it also has its own separate set of options. Okay, that's enough of that. That you go into here, you can delete them, or you can go into protect, so just in case if you're going through and deleting stuff, you don't accidentally delete something that's very important. So protecting it will prevent things from being deleted. So I'm going to go to delete and get rid of everything that I have on here. So now it's all cleared out. So if we hit mode, then we go back to the normal 2-screen setup that I have. Alright, so I think I've gone through just about everything. Let's install this. Let me go over how everything is installed and wired, and you get to see this thing in action. So it is pouring outside, but I am still gonna do this video, even though it is just drenched everywhere outside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to attach it to my existing rear view mirror, because that's really the only option you have. And that's the cool thing, you don't have to go behind here and take any of that stuff off. So, existing rear view mirror, and you just have to grab the little things that come with it, these little guys, and you're gonna hook them on there, and they're gonna go behind here, and basically these are gonna hold them into place. So I've already got the top ones attached. All it is you just slide it underneath the groove here and pull up so they're underneath the hook. Now I'm going to put it under there, go behind and hook it on the bottom part down here. And there we have it. Now, you do have to put this on one side or the other because the camera is right there in the back. So the bulk of it has to either be to the left of your mirror or to the right of your mirror. If you want to flip it upside down, that's what one of the options is for the inverse or something function in the settings. If you want to have it like that, it'll swap everything so you can see it. So you can either have it a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, depending on where you want the camera to be. So I have mine right here. This is really good. I still have the little cover on. Let's take this off. This is like mirror finish. This thing is very good for a rear view mirror. So now all I have to do is connect all these wires. Of course, I'm not going to go through how to run these wires through all the stuff in your car, like going behind all of your paneling, because every car is different. So I'm just going to show me hooking this up and how it looks when it's installed. Now this is an 05 Forester, and you do see a little bit of the mirror, but all my other cars, the mirrors are a lot thinner. This is a really fat mirror, so it sticks through. Because it has all the functions like dimming and little compass and whatnot in there. So let's plug all this stuff in, and I will jump back on this to get the backup camera ready. And a good note for anyone that wants to do this: to have this thing plugged in at all times, you have to make sure that your cigarette lighter or accessory port or whatever you're using doesn't have power all the time. Only when you put your key and you put your car in the on position, that's when you should be getting power. If it's all the time, then this thing's going to drain your power because it'll be using it when you're not. Okay, so I have the power cord plugged in the top down here in my cigarette lighter, and as soon as you plug this in, or as soon as you turn the car on, it'll start auto recording. And you can also have it auto record once if the car is bumped or any of that I've gone over in the settings. It'll turn itself on and it'll start recording. You can see up here at the top. You can also manually record. I've gone over that. You just hit the button, it'll manually record. And yeah, so right now I have everything hooked up. You can see I've got the backup camera sitting there in the back. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, for the best I can with all this rain, I'm going to hook it up how it's supposed to be. So basically getting into one of your reverse lights. So when you put your car into reverse, the lights in the back go on, and you're supposed to get into those. And you don't have to, like I said before. And I'm going to put positive to positive, negative to negative on these. So when the car is put into reverse, this will automatically go full screen. And like I said, you don't need to, because you can just go in here and do it yourself if you want to for your rear view camera. Or you can make it go away. I mean, it's up to you. So I'm going to show you how to do that just in case you guys do want to do a proper install. Okay, so I have the car on right now. It's in park, and I've got the display going right now. I've got the hatch open, so it's pointed out. So now I'm gonna put the car into reverse with one hand. Oh God. Okay. So now that's in reverse, and this switches automatically to your backup camera. And then once you get into like drive, there we go, then it goes back to whatever your set was. So there you go, guys. I hope that helped you guys out. If you do want to grab a hold of this, or you want to just take a look at it in Amazon, I'll put the link down below. And yeah, hope this helped you guys out.